What's going on YouTube? I'm back with a new video. I'm talking about the best stocks, crypto, and the best apps that you can use to invest in these stocks and crypto. What I'm invested into right now, how my portfolio is going compared to previous videos that I've had. My first video that I did on this, it got 17,000 views so far. So right now, let's definitely run this video up. If anything, as I always say, definitely make sure to DM me on Instagram if you need a mentorship. If you need a mentorship, hit me on Instagram at Banes1times or the Only Banes. I'll make sure to leave my Instagram in the comments so that you can subscribe and be a part of the family, be a part of the mentorship, get your money for business, crypto, whatever it may be. Hit me up on Instagram and let's get straight into it. So right now, let's talk about the best apps that you can use. So I'm going to go over a few apps for crypto, then I'm going to go a few apps for stocks, and I'm going to go a few apps that have both in between. Now, if you wanted to use an app specifically for stocks, they only have 2 cryptocurrencies on there, but if you want to use an app that is specific for stocks, make sure you use the app called Fidelity. Fidelity is a great app. It has 2 million reviews, 2 million 5-star reviews. Great app. I use it personally. I've had 5 figures in that account. Honestly, I'm not gonna say I have too much money into it because I didn't find out about it till pretty recently. I just like to diversify my platforms, and because anything can happen with different platforms where they can hold your money, a whole bunch of crazy stuff. If you don't know, now you know. Because once again, these brokers are somewhat a bank as well, where if you use their platform to go buy something or hold your money there, store it there, they can freeze your money at any time. Same way with having a website, use Squarespace or Shopify. If you have a balance that's on that website, they can freeze it at any time because it is on their platform. Once it's sent back to you, then it's your money. Until then, it's pretty much their money, and you already signed a term and agreements when signing up. So there's nothing you can do about it if they decide to freeze your money. But Fidelity is a great app. The next app that I have on my list is Robinhood. Robinhood is a great app, once again, honestly, but it has some discrepancies due to what happened 2 years ago when they held pretty much everybody's money on the platform because people were making too much money in stocks and crypto, and people were also selling while it was at the all-time high. So I don't know, I'm just assuming the government did some weird stuff, made them freeze everything. It was a whole bunch of weird stuff going on, honestly, that whole situation. But them just holding the money itself made a lot of people hate Robinhood when they wanted to cash out and make a whole bunch of money. So unfortunately that happened, but it is what it is. But it's still a great platform, still a trustworthy platform, still a government regulated platform, and an FDIC insured platform up to $250,000. So if you have money up to $250,000 on this platform and a couple other platforms I'm going to mention, then you're insured and you're good. If anything goes anything goes wrong, then you're good. Now after that, on top of that, you understand that Robinhood you can use. I like Robinhood for a lot of reasons. You have a referral thing. I've actually made $30,000 in referrals because obviously you guys found me from TikTok and Instagram. I've made $30K literally just from referrals and getting people to go on the app, sign up, and then once they buy a stock, they buy a crypto, they put any type of money on it, you can get referrals. So I made a lot of money when they had the $35 per person. If you think about it, you get 3 people, that's already that's $105 right there. That's pretty crazy, honestly. So yeah, now I was getting thousands of people to sign up, literally thousands of people to sign up through my referral link on my TikTok, and I was making crazy amounts of money. Every day I have a new person signing up, or they deposit money into the account, and I'm just getting paid from that just because they signed up through my link regardless. So it's pretty crazy, actually. You can do that, and on top of that, Robinhood has stocks and crypto, so you can invest in the crypto on the app and you can invest in the stocks. Now, the difference about Robinhood is that they only have about 15 cryptocurrencies, but they have the 15 most popular and most major cryptocurrencies. So honestly, it doesn't really matter. If you want to just invest in crypto and you want to pretty much play it safe, Robinhood's not a bad place to go because at the end of the day, they have the major cryptocurrencies. If it's not a major cryptocurrency, it's definitely going to be extremely volatile and honestly something that I just wouldn't trust, me personally. Now after that, we have Coinbase. Coinbase is a great app to use as well. It's a blue app. You go in the app stores. Pretty sure it's the #1 crypto app to use. Has over 1.7 million views in the Apple Store. 5-star reviews, and they have a few more reviews that aren't too good. Maybe just based off of selling or whatever the case may be. Whatever happened with some people individually, but I've never heard them hold people's money like Robinhood and other platforms. So I definitely say Coinbase is a great platform to use. They also have a feature where you can pay $30 per month to have 0 crypto trading fees. Now what that means is if you invest, say maybe you invest $1,000 into Bitcoin, and they say, hey, well, we have a Coinbase fee of, or just crypto fee trading of $150 or $70 or $80. That fee is completely waived. So if you're a big time investor and you want to invest long term, I definitely say pay $30 a month. Now there is a limit to it, especially me. I reach the limit a lot. I think they have different limits depending on how much money you have in it and how much money you invest consistently. But I think the limit is around like no fees up to like $10,000, I think, something like that, $10,000, $5,000. So pretty much after that, you reach your limit, you still have to pay fees. But at the end of the day, you still saved $5,000 for $30. It's a fair trade to me. On top of that, you can use your debit card. Debit card is amazing if you want to invest immediately, because in some other apps, you have to wait for the money to be transferred from the bank account to the app, and then you can invest it. That is so annoying, literally. Who wants to do that every single time? But Coinbase has an option where you can add your PayPal, you add your debit card, and the more consistent you are with either doing the instant transfers or whatever the case may be, they will give you a extremely high limit on your debit card. So you do $5,000, $10,000. PayPal, you can do $10,000, $5,000, depends what it is, daily obviously, and you can invest a lot of money consistently. Now after that, we have another app for crypto called Webull. Webull is a cool app. I actually used it a couple times. I think it's okay, but see, the only thing and the only difference about this is that they're a bit of a sketchy app in a sense. And what I mean by that is online. Webull doesn't really store the money through Webull, and they also go through a third-party exchange. Once you just hear the sign third-party, that's when it gets a little bit fishy. But at the end of the day, it's a legitimate app. I haven't heard any too crazy stories about it, but they also don't have all the cryptocurrencies that you need. And you can also use stock. You can also buy stocks in Webull as well. So it's a great platform to do the best of both worlds. But once again, Coinbase is superior when it comes to crypto investing and has everything you need on there to invest 1,000%. Now after that, let's talk about what you should be investing in. What is it that's going to make you the most amount of money right now? What can you invest in that's going to make the most amount of money right now? Also, just a disclaimer, by the way, if you're wondering why I didn't bring up Binance, it's because Binance is under a lot of heat right now as we speak for literally doing funny stuff with the customer monies in billions, sending the money to the CEO, sending it back to the company, doing a whole bunch of sketchy stuff. And right now they're holding people's money because they're under review by the SEC. This is extremely crazy. Just watch out for that. I wouldn't use them once again. And it also was not government. It was not a government regulated app. Coinbase is a government regulated app. Robinhood is a government regulated app. So at the end of the day, those apps that are controlled by the government are not going to do you wrong 100% because once again, it's government regulated. The apps that are not government regulated are going to be the apps that are going to have the most fishiest, weirdest business going on 24/7, and I just would never trust it. I'd rather pay more fees and be in a government regulated app and know my money is safe than to go to these sketchy platforms where you feel like you're in more control when you're technically actually not in more control. People believe this for some reason, and they still go to these apps and get scammed out of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, whatever the case may be. It's just not good at all. But honestly, let's get back into what I was saying. So now, when it comes to investing, you need to invest into these top major cryptocurrencies. And I'll tell you right now, the number one thing right now to invest into, if you choose to invest your money, is going to be Solana. You need to. It's called SOL on any platform. You need to invest into that. Right now, it's at $18. A couple years ago, it was at $280. Me personally, I invested a crazy high 5 figures amount into Solana when it was at $8 in December, and it turned into triple 6 figures for me. So I'm extremely happy with the results already, and it hasn't even reached its peak. It hasn't even reached its peak at all of what it's going to reach. After that, you need to invest into Ethereum. Ethereum, once again, is somewhere where it has a lot of potential right now, and as the market gets better and as things start to recover in the economies around the world, not just in the US, that will go up and skyrocket to, I believe, $10,000. You need to also invest into Bitcoin. Now, disclaimer, if you're going to invest into Bitcoin, I would definitely say make sure you have a lot of money. If you don't have a lot of money, you're not going to get a big piece of the Bitcoin. It's $26,000. So if you can't even invest at least half of that, I wouldn't invest into it, honestly. But the reason why I say if you can invest half, because even if you invest $13,000 with that $26,000 right now, it goes to $100K, you're still going to end up making $50K on that $13,000 that you invested. Well, you're going to be making profit 36, 37K. But at the end of the day, you still made 50K total. You can withdraw that after. But if you're going to do less than that, it's really just no point, honestly, because you can invest that 13K into Solana and make 100K. You can invest that 13K into Litecoin and make a 50K. So there's different other platforms and different cryptocurrencies where that money can go to, and you can utilize it and make way more money than if you were going to invest into a huge popular coin like Bitcoin and not make that much money off of it. Now, after that, we have another one called Polygon. Polygon is another great one that you guys should invest into and really look deeply into and definitely put your money into it right now. It's definitely at like the same stage where Solana was at in December, low single digits right now. But once it gets to double digits, you're going to make extremely high amounts of money. I'm telling you right now, that is the way to go. right? After that, I definitely say invest into Litecoin. I'd say invest into I wanted to say invest into Decentraland, but I don't know about that one, honestly. I did say that in my previous video, but it's not really moving that much. Not like anybody lost any crazy money, but it's just like it's not really moving that much. I don't know if I would invest into it right now if you want to see some results for this year. Another thing when it comes to investing is that people are extremely impatient. You cannot be that impatient when it comes to investing. You have to be in it for the long run. And the long run may not even be a year, it may just be 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, but you have to be patient. Do not invest $1,000 and think, oh my gosh, it's going to turn into $100,000 by next week, because it's not. It's just not going to, unless you have an anomaly that is random like Dogecoin and you make a lot of money. But that's probably not going to happen again for a couple of years, and who just knows when it's going to happen again. But at the end of the day, make sure you invest responsibly and invest in what you're not afraid to lose. Also, when it comes to investing, I definitely say create a plan. If you're going to make, or if you make, let's say $2,000 every 2 weeks, so you know what, out of this $2,000, I'm going to take $500 and invest it consistently for the entire year. You will see yourself make so much more money, you'll become so much more disciplined, and you'll become so much more used to taking risks and other risks that you'll have to take outside of just investing into crypto and stocks that can help you make a lot more money in the future. If this video was helpful for you, I definitely want to say subscribe. And then also, once again, if you need a mentorship, please DM me on IG. Let's get to it. I'm trying to start posting consistently. I'm trying to start doing vlogs. I'm trying to switch up my style of content, honestly, and create financing/vlog content all the time. And I appreciate you guys for subscribing to my new TikTok. My new TikTok is blowing up as usual. I have no doubt about it. But once again, thank you guys for subscribing. And I'll see you guys on the next video on Banes 2 Times. Thank you.